Hey guys, hey, welcome back. A quick touch up. I think that's better. Welcome back to another video. I'm Nina, and this makeup look was too good to waste, so I'm back with another video. So, I haven't spoken about law of attraction and abundance in a couple of days, so I thought let me touch on that topic because I really love talking about that as well. And I thought I'll follow up on the previous video about this of vision boards and actually bring a vision board that, yeah, I'd like to show you guys. So that's what this video is all about. So if we just recap the fundamentals of a vision board from our previous chat, I had said that for me, my vision boards work best when I have an emotional attachment to them. They make me feel a certain way. I use pictures and words, but words that go straight to the punch, not, fluffy extra words. And then sometimes my theme is specific and sometimes my theme is general. I know some people prefer the one to the other. I'm not actually very picky. It just depends on the mood and what it is that I'm actually trying to manifest at that point in time. So I've used vision boards for years and years and years and many more years after that. I really believe in them. They've really worked for me. And what I really enjoyed the most is actually coming across a vision board that I had completely forgotten about. So even after I'm done with them, I don't throw them away. I keep all my vision boards. And I like to kind of look back and kind of see if, some of the stuff has come through and manifested, kind of seeing, what that vision board may have contributed, if you understand what I'm saying. So when I show you this vision board, I think you'll get what I'm trying to say. There's always little hints and clues that you leave in different vision boards, and then when everything comes together, you're like, oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. That's so cool. And that's really what I like the most about them, is that they're actually they hold so much of your thought pattern. You can actually see the whole thing kind of unfolding. So before I show you my vision board, it's important to let you know what's happening in my life, so that it makes sense. So I have recently manifested my brand new apartment. I bought this apartment at the end of last year. This is all in the middle of a pandemic, and I'll actually do a video specifically about how I got this apartment and that whole journey. But I literally live in my dream home, and it's such an amazing feeling because it's something that I have for years and years and years and years and years studied and tried to figure out how is it that, I can be able to manifest, certain things, because I knew I had the power within me. I just didn't have all the techniques that I needed. So I spent a lot of years figuring that out. And this home is basically proof of that. So when I got my home, obviously I was super excited. And when I started moving in December, well, I actually started packing in October. That's how excited I was. But when I started really packing and moving in December, I came across some old vision boards, and I kind of looked through them, and this one really gave me chills up and down my spine. Okay, so I'm going to share it with you guys. Obviously, this is something very personal, so be nice. So I remember when I made this vision board, I was actually in real estate. I actually used to be in the industry as a real estate agent. And I remember, kind of one of the things that I had to do was obviously write the adverts for the properties. And after a while, I mean, you're kind of coming across very similar properties, especially if you're working in a specific area like I was. And so you kind of dealing with the same kind of apartments, and then you're kind of using the same language and the same descriptions, if you understand what I'm trying to say, over and over to a point where all your adverts kind of sound the same. So my vision board was mainly, funny enough, to expand my vocabulary for my adverts. That was important for me. But also just to kind of put myself as a homeowner, not really as an agent. So it was more like, what kind of home would I like? And taking it from there. So my vision board I'm just taking off some of the sticky stuff that I used to stick it up on the wall. So just give me a second. So yeah, a lot of the words that I put over here were stuff that would go into my blurbs, but from a perspective also of when I buy my property, when I become a homeowner, what kind of home would I be looking for? And then what kind of feeling do I want from that as well? Remember, emotional attachment is very important, because sometimes your vision board, you're not going to sit and stare at it and meditate on it every day. Sometimes you'll just be passing through whatever room it's hanging up on, like here. I don't sit and look at it, but when I go up and down the stairs, subconsciously I keep picking it up, right? And the more my subconscious keeps picking it up, the closer it gets to me, because it starts feeling very natural. So seeing bliss, I start expecting bliss because it's something that is in my everyday reality, because I see this word and this concept every day. Same with the very best. It's part of my psyche. If I get the very best treatment, I don't get shocked, because it's part of my everyday experience. I give myself the very best, like every day. So vision boards are very powerful for that reason, because they actually allow you to marinate your subconscious, which is what we want, into a concept without your conscious brain interfering. So, if you guys are ready, here is the magic that made it all happen. Okay, so I'll explain it to you. I'll break it down to you. Let me just have a sip of my tea. We're having peppermint tea because it's a Friday night. No, just because I felt like it. Still very hot. Okay, so I'll go through it like really explicitly. I really never do this because, like I said, these are very private. But because it's something that has already manifested, I feel okay with sharing. So, at first glance, obviously, you can see the words, firstly, are very bold and very bright. So, wherever you are in the room, you're basically able to pick up a word or two. So, some of the words are like secure, modern, young professional, own, not rent, own, pleasant, tranquil, trendy, indulge, penthouse, and get this, loft. So this, I'll just stop here for a minute. This, when I saw this, I freaked out because I completely did not have the conscious thought of I'm looking specifically for a loft. But from the very first loft that I ever rented out, I completely fell in love with lofts. Not even rented out, from the first one where I got the keys, like, oh, we're taking pictures, we're showing this unit and whatever. Lofts have just been like, oh, I would love to live in a loft. It's just, and it's on my vision board. And this document right here has basically proven to me how powerful vision boards are, because a word can stick in your subconscious and you'll end up finding exactly what you were seeking, and you weren't even consciously thinking about it every single day. I did this vision board, oh my goodness, probably 2 years ago, you know? So it's known in my conscious brain. It's all the way deep in my subconscious. So this was like the bell that went off in my head, like ding, 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 we have a winner. This is it. So sophisticated, upmarket. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it upside down because that's how I wrote it. Upmarket, executive, privacy, well maintained. And I can actually safely say that that's exactly what I have. So these words were coming at me every day. This vision board I had in my bedroom, actually. I had it in my bedroom and I had it on the wall across my bed. So every time I woke up, it was the first thing I saw. And every time I went to bed, it was literally the last thing I saw before I turned off the lights, right? And the color as well. I mean, red in the bedroom is obviously not good because red is very much an activity kind of color. And in the bedroom, you want to ideally be mellowing down. But I guess it also helped because this was the one thing that was really jumping at me when everything else in the bedroom was really quite chilled. So maybe that helped to, stick a little bit more. I don't know, but something worked. So the bedroom is definitely a really good place because you are guaranteed to see it at least twice a day. Some other parts of the house, maybe not so much, maybe more. Since we're working from home, I spend a lot of time here in my living area. So I see this quite a bit. And I've got vision boards all over my house. Like every room has its own theme of a vision board. That's how we are running it right now. So the more exposed you are to it, especially when you are not aware, the deeper it sinks in and the more likely it is to work. So, do you guys use vision boards? Have you ever used a vision board before? Let me know in the comments. And what were you manifesting? That'll be very interesting to know. Okay, so these words, powerful, short, straight to the point words, were very important. As you can see, we manifested exactly that. And then I had pictures because the pictures, pictures worth 1,000 words. And I think the pictures have more of an emotional trigger than the words do. The words are kind of like practical, actually more left brain. They're kind of practical and, this is the path and whatever. But the pictures bring that emotion where you feel actually attached to this whole idea, right? So let me explain the pictures to you. The car is pretty obvious, but parking in the complex with my new house, right? So it wasn't just the car. You can see it's got, the whole feature going on behind it. You see more of that over here as well. So obviously double floors have always been a theme, a nice big balcony so I can have a nice big view, and that's exactly what we have. And then this is actually kind of a work from home space. And that's kind of freaky because that's basically where we are. I actually had not paid too much attention to that. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. This is the bedroom. 4-poster bed is something that I've always wanted. I've never really been brave enough to buy one, but I've always loved it. Like I think since like these fairy tale movies, because princesses sleep in 4-poster beds with the little mosquito net curtain thing. So, but then it just kind of symbolized a bedroom that had a lot of space and the view as well. And my bedroom literally looks like this. My windows are here and it's right at the top and it's lots of trees and it's nice and private, no one can really see into it and all of that kind of stuff and lots of light So that's exactly what I wanted. And the four-poster, I think, in my brain also kind of represented a lot of space. You can't really have a four-poster bed in like a cramped bedroom, right? And I have a really big bed. I have an extra long, extra length queen bed. It's not a king, but it's not an average queen. And then I've got like a really big headboard and stuff like that. So I really needed like a big, spacious bedroom, and this bedroom is so perfect. I have so much space around my bed. So definitely that. And then here, lounging out on the terrace, sundowners, cocktails, and stuff like that. I haven't really set up my outside yet, just because it's just, when you have like so many options, sometimes it's more fun to live in the options than to actually narrow it down to just one. So I'm just like, I'm enjoying going online and seeing like all the different things that I could do on my balconies and stuff like that, before I actually narrow it to just one. But then I do have two balconies, so I can always kind of choose one theme for one and another theme for another. But that's basically where we are with that. But I definitely do want a nice chilling area outside, to be able to enjoy the stars and some sunshine and whatever else. And then this was just a really nice kitchen. I really like this setup. I don't have that setup over here. Um, but it just made me feel like home somewhere where I'd like to have people over. I'd like to, host and kind of just, yeah, a nice get together kind of space. And that's basically this, and how this apartment has come into my life. Actually, I've already had so many dinners, so many lunches over here, so many family members are so excited to come over and see and congratulate me and bring me gifts and friends and all of that kind of stuff. It's really been amazing. So yeah, lots of hosting, lots of entertaining, lots of celebration. This is definitely celebration type of vibes. And that's basically what I have in my home. So as you can see, these pictures don't necessarily narrow down or specify anything, except an emotion, like how I want to feel. I want to feel comfortable enough to work, be comfortable enough to lay down and relax and sleep and all of that kind of stuff, and entertain and celebrate, and that's kind of how I do a lot of my vision boards. Now, if you just looked at this, you would see a bunch of pretty pictures, but you wouldn't really know the emotion behind it. So that's basically how my vision board and I communicate with each other, if you understand what I mean. So every time I see it, I smile when I look at, and it's not even like that's gonna be my bedroom one day. There are times where I'm like consciously, oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. There are times where I absolutely do that, like almost daydream or fantasize. But a lot of the times it's just a little, you're just passing by and you see this and you know what it represents and you smile and you move on. And you don't have to consciously drum it into your brain. That's not necessary, especially if you're seeing it every day. Um, so as you can see, there was a specific theme over here, more of like a home, type of theme, type of vibe. So this was definitely a specific theme vision board, not a general one. But I do, like I say, do general ones as well if I have like a general goal for the year or something like that. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything to add, but this is why I swear by vision boards, because they have really changed the game for me. And I literally just do them for fun because I really like vision boards. And, when things start happening, I'm like, goodness, okay, should we do another one? Let's do another one. And yeah, I do that. And I don't throw my vision boards away because it's such a nice way of reflecting and seeing how many of those things come to pass. And one of the things that these vision boards is really showing me over the years, like, coming across this one like 2 years later almost, it's really teaching me that manifestation is not time bound. And I think I want to make a video on that specifically because I kind of still struggle with this when I want to manifest something and I have like a, time frame that I'm working with. Like, okay, universe, this would be really great in this specified time, please and thank you. And it doesn't always work like that. The universe will do what it needs to do at the right time. Um, and it's just a matter of having faith, and it's also a matter of regulating yourself and growing into, that specific type of person. I couldn't have been able to do the types of things that I, can do now and become a homeowner if I hadn't gone through certain lessons, if I hadn't learned how to value certain things over other things. You know what I mean? When I was making this vision board, going out was very important to me, being seen, keeping up with my friends and their lifestyle and all that kind of stuff was very important. And then when I learned to center myself in what I needed and prioritizing my goals and saying no to certain things so that I could say yes to other things, then the home got closer to me and I was able to get it because my focus and my energy was no longer on impractical things. It was on practical things. And if you think about it on a practical level, if you're spending money going out, you're not saving. So when I started saving money, I could then own a home. But when I was trying to keep up with my friends and going out and spending like my last money just to be out with them, I could have never been able to own a home. I didn't have the discipline, the resources, the smarts, and all of that kind of stuff. So sometimes you don't know this. You don't know that you don't know everything yet, or you don't even know enough yet to get what you want. You haven't grown enough yet to get what you want. But the universe will always kind of keep you moving. Like, this is the next step. This is the next step. This is the next step. So, the most important thing that you can do on your journey to abundance is just work on being the best version of yourself. When you become the best version of yourself, whatever that means to you, you become more capable of receiving the things that you want. You cannot receive certain things on a certain level. If you think about people that win the lottery, but they haven't really earned that money to a point of understanding how to make that money bigger and better and healthy for them, we all know about how millionaires or lottery millionaires become even more in debt than when they had nothing. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But it's just a reflection of how, if you haven't expanded to a certain level, you cannot hold certain things. It's like if you didn't do grade one, it doesn't matter how smart you are, it's going to be very difficult for you to matriculate. You have to do grade one, grade two, grade three, all the way. Learn one plus one before you can learn one times one. You have to kind of crawl and stumble a bit before you can run a marathon. So that's how things are structured. And we get frustrated because we want to bypass that system and we can't. So, but it doesn't matter how long it takes. When it gets here, honey, it feels amazing. It's worth it. You are ready. You are confident. You feel deserving. You don't have hang-ups because you've cleared all of that out. There's no use getting something and you have all these anxieties and hang-ups about it. No, it doesn't work. So sometimes I do get very frustrated. I don't know if that happens with you guys as well. And I'm like, oh, when is this thing coming? Oh, I've been manifesting. I have so many vision boards with different home, pictures on it, different houses, different this, different that. So many. It's not going to take one vision board and one affirmation and one whatever. It's going to take a bunch over and over for years. But when it happens, you're like, that's mine. Hi, thank you. And you claim it and you're confident and you move forward, and you know you can do it, and you do it. And it's like, okay, what's next? What else can I manifest? This is fun. What else can we do? Okay, let's try this out. Let's try that out. And it becomes a game. And I think that's how life is supposed to be. Just trying out different things, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and you know, that's it. That's it. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to share. And I'll make more of these videos to share what works for me. And I'll talk more about this apartment, how I got it, if you are looking to buy. And I think just another thing is, in this kind of time that we're in, it's very important to center ourselves on what it is that we want. I'm a very firm believer that the worse things look outside, the better the opportunity to get inside and kind of do some deep, meaningful work and come up with beautiful results. And I think I am testament to that. I insisted on staying focused on, doing what I knew worked for me and doing it on an intensity that, even I was like, wow. But when the results came through, I couldn't dispute it. I had to acknowledge the fact that, manifestation is a deliberate process, it's a conscious process, it's an intentional process, and you don't have an excuse of what's happening around you. You can actually use that to fuel what you want to actually achieve. So I hope this helps. If it does, give me a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, do the right thing, and definitely turn on your notifications so you can see when I upload. I'm trying to upload every day. Let's see how we go. And I don't think I'll be able to upload tomorrow, though, or go live tomorrow, because I have a very busy day. If I can go live in the morning, I'll catch you in the morning. But otherwise, I'll probably catch you at the end of the weekend and let you know how everything has gone with my dating, and see if we can share another manifestation and abundance video. So stay safe, take care of yourself, and wishing you all the abundance that you can handle. All right. Bye bye.